The Wise Deer. Long ago, there lived a wise old deer who led a herd of 1,000 deer. He had 2 beautiful sons, Reddy, the reddish fur, and Greg, with gray fur. As he was old, he divided his herd between his 2 sons and told them to look after their respective herds carefully. During the harvest time, the deer had a habit of going into the paddy fields, where farmers set traps for them. Deer were often killed by farmers. So the old deer asked his sons to move to the mountains during harvest. So Reddy and Greg led their herds up to the mountains. Greg was impatient. He led his herd at great speed. He was neither cautious nor very sensible. He traveled during daylight and at night. The farmers knew that the deer moved to the mountains to keep away during harvest. So they lay in wait for them. At the opportune time, they caught and killed the deer from Greg's herd. They were able to get meat and deer skin easily. By the time Greg's herd reached the mountain, there were very few left. Reddy, on the other hand, was a wise deer. He knew that, as the leader of his herd, it was his responsibility to look after their safety. He was aware of the fact that the farmers would be waiting. So he took his herd up at night, avoiding the villages and going slowly and carefully. His herd reached the mountain safely. The same thing happened on the return journey after the harvest was over. Greg pushed along at great speed. Even the earlier experience had not taught him caution. So he came back to his father, wounded and miserable, and his entire herd had been killed. Soon he too died. Reddy, on the other hand, was as cautious as before. Leading his herd away from the villages, he traveled in the dark and brought them all safely back to the plains. His father greeted his wise son and turned to his doe, saying, "This one will be a wise leader. He puts his safety and welfare of his herd first. His herd will be in safe hands." And the old deer was right. Reddy lived on to become a great leader, and his herd grew. He was loved and respected by his herd because they trusted him. The farmers could never lay hands on a single deer in Reddy's herd. He was truly a wise deer.